All right, welcome to another show. Today, we're going to do Captain Kirk meets T.J. Hooker, Chapter 3. I wrote this in the style, or with using AI, I wrote this in the style of Theodore Sturgeon along with Mickey Spillane, two prolific authors in their genres. Theodore Sturgeon has written for Star Trek before. Mickey Spillane, of course, a noir detective type of novelist. Not quite police procedural, but close enough, in my view, that I use those two to model this chapter after. And this is Chapter 3, Cold Logic, Hot Blood. Cold was the first thing Kirk noticed. Not the biting surface cold of a harsh climate, but something deeper. A structural cold, the kind that seeped into bone and settled there, patient and unmoving. He opened his eyes slowly. Ice. Not decorative, not environmental, constructed. The walls around him were carved from it, smooth, deliberate, faintly luminescent. The air held a sharp clarity that spoke of Andorian engineering. But something about it felt wrong, too controlled, too quiet. Kirk tested his arms, restrained. Not my best arrival, he muttered. He sat up carefully, assessing. Standard containment. No visible doors, just a seam in the wall. No visible weapons. Those would be elsewhere. And no visible guards. Which meant he was being watched. Let's not waste time, Kirk said aloud. You didn't go to this much trouble just to admire your work. Silence. Then the wall shifted. An Andorian stepped through, tall, composed, antennae angled, slightly forward. Curiosity, not aggression. Kirk studied him. You're not security, he said. No, the Andorian replied. Then you're the one making decisions. A faint pause. Yes. Kirk smiled slightly. Good. Saves time. My name is Schrassen, the Andorian said. I represent a faction within the Andorian government. Kirk nodded. And I represent the Federation, he said. So let's skip the introductions and get to the part where you explain why kidnapping me seemed like a good idea. Schrassen's expression didn't change. You were removed from negotiations. Kidnapped, Kirk corrected. Temporarily relocated, Kirk leaned back. I always enjoy creative language. It tells me people are nervous. Schrassen stepped closer. We are not nervous. No, Kirk said. You're desperate. Kirk watched him carefully. There were tells, always tells. The rigidity in posture, the slight delay before responses. The way Schrassen's antennae shifted, not with emotion, but with calculation. This wasn't a man acting alone. You're not doing this for Andoria, Kirk said quietly. Schrassen's eyes narrowed. You don't understand Andoria. I understand leverage, Kirk replied. And this doesn't give you any. Not unless someone else convinced you it would. Silence. That was enough. Kirk nodded once. Romulans, he said. Schrassen didn't confirm it. He didn't have to. They offer us independence, Schrassen said. Kirk laughed. Not mockingly. Honestly. That's the first lie they tell everyone. Schrassen stepped forward, anger flickering now. The Federation has failed us. Kirk's voice softened. No, the Federation disappointed you. That hit harder because it was closer to the truth. The Enterprise dropped out of warp into Andorian orbit. Hooker stood on the bridge staring at the planet. So that's where all this is happening, Spock nodded. Indeed. Sulu added, multiple Andorian vessels in orbit. Defensive posture. Hooker frowned. That's not good. No, Spock agreed. It is not. Hooker adjusted the uniform. Still didn't feel right, but it felt less wrong than before. Remind me, he said, what I'm supposed to do? Spock replied. You are Admiral Kirk, Hooker nodded. Right, no pressure, Romano muttered. You've talked down worse, Hooker glanced at him. Yeah, he said, but never a planet. The Andorian chamber was colder than the cell Kirk had been placed in. But this cold was political, Delegates watched, measured, waited. Hooker stepped forward. No speech, no preparation, just instinct. "You don't trust us," he said. The words landed harder than anything rehearsed. One Andorian stepped forward. "Trust is not the issue." "It never is," Hooker said. He walked closer. "You think you're being pushed around. You think the Federation's taking more than it gives." Silence. "Recognition," Hooker continued. "I've seen that before. Different city, same problem." Spock watched from behind, fascinated. Back in the cell on Andoria, Kirk stood now, pacing, thinking. "You're not in control here," he said. Trassen frowned. "We control this facility." Kirk shook his head. "No, you control the room. Someone else controls the situation." He stepped closer. "And sooner or later, they're going to decide you're no longer useful." Trassen hesitated. That hesitation was everything. On the Enterprise, alarm sounded. "Romulan signal detected," Uhura called out. Spock moved instantly. "Source?" "Surface, beneath the ice." Hooker turned. "So that's the real problem." "Yes," Spock said, "and it is escalating." Two paths, one outcome. Hooker, speaking truth to divided council. Kirk, unraveling conspiracy from inside. And beneath it all, a device that should never have existed. Trassen moved to leave. Kirk spoke one last time. "When this goes wrong," he said, "you'll need someone to blame." Trassen paused. "And it won't be the Romulans." He left. Kirk smiled faintly. "Phase 1, he said quietly. Back in the chamber. "You don't need to leave the Federation to fix what's wrong," Hooker said. "You just need to stop letting someone else define it." Silence. Then movement. Not agreement, but doubt. And doubt was enough. Above Andoria, the Enterprise held position. Below, the truth began to surface. That was the end of Chapter 3. I hope you enjoyed listening to it. Chapter 4 will be coming up soon, and it will be made into an actual novel very soon, so I hope you stay with it, follow it, subscribe to my channel, and share this video, as that will help me grow on YouTube as well. In the meantime, this is Kevin Given, hoping you'll, as I said, share the channel, subscribe to my channel, click the little bell to stay informed, and check out the Carl Vincent Vampire Hunter franchise in the comments below, another franchise I've been working on. Until next time, live long and prosper. May the Force be with you, and keep reaching for the stars.